So, introducing the literal most broken fucking jutsu that has ever been showcased in the Naruto verse. This jutsu makes shit like Kamui in 6-Pass Sage Mode look like an absolute joke. It's shit like this that makes you wonder if we're nearing the end of the Boruto series, because it can't feasibly be possible that a technique this broken can ever be made inferior to any other jutsu that may arrive down the line. Omnipotence is one of the latest abilities that have been introduced in the Naruto Boruto manga, and is the sole reason why Momoshiki's quote-unquote prophecy was even able to ever become true. You know, the one where he keeps repeating to Boruto, "Those blue eyes shall soon take everything from you," whatever the fuck all that shit is. And, well, it kinda just happened. And I don't know what the blue eyes really had to do with the prophecy. Maybe the prophecy is not really completely done, but we'll see what happens from that part. Anyways, on to explaining omnipotence. This jutsu is an overpowered technique referred to by Momoshiki as the most powerful shinjutsu of all. And because it's the most powerful shinjutsu, that also makes it the most powerful technique shown in the verse. To clarify what it can do, it essentially allows you to make any desire a reality. It's been described as a sort of programming language that deities have used to literally create worlds, and it also can permanently affect any living organism, so that not only can you force any desire to become a reality, but one can make it so that everyone else in the world would acknowledge this new reality. It isn't known how many beings had access to this ability, but the only confirmed users of this ability have been Chibai, Otsutsuki, and Ada, though she has this power implanted to her as it was originally Chibai's, and because she is not a being like Chibai, she can't control it like Chibai could. It's the source of her charming ability that allows her to enchant anyone she comes in contact with, besides blood relatives and Otsutsuki. It's because she had that strong desire to be loved or whatever, her omnipotence responded to that desire by essentially making anyone that comes in direct contact with her become automatically infatuated by her. During the end of chapter 79, with the entire Konoha force chasing after Kawaki, Ada appears in front of Kawaki after following all the events that have occurred. Kawaki then grabs Ada and states that if only Momoshiki had taken over the body of an outsider who was a nobody, instead of the Hokage's son, nobody would have cared that much or have been after him like this. Ada then seemingly without any hesitation grabs Kawaki, and her omnipotence ability activates, rewriting the entire reality of the situation at hand, making Boruto the outsider and Kawaki the son of the 7th Hokage. And almost everyone in the world who knew of the 7th Hokage's son will now think of Kawaki instead of Boruto. The ability of omnipotence works almost like a genjutsu, specifically like Shisui's Kodo Matsukami. Now, allow me to explain. So, first and foremost, for those that are not aware, Kodo Matsukami is Shisui Uchiha's genjutsu that allows him to essentially control the minds of others. Omnipotence can have the same effect, but to a much more powerful scale. While Shisui's ability could only affect one person at a time, this ability can affect people at a global level. I hope that makes sense and isn't too convoluted. But anyway, to use the manga, Momoshiki states that it's the shared recognition of the two of you that is, swap places. Momoshiki breaks down this ability further by talking about the origin of consciousness in the Naruto world. He says that people's consciousness are originally connected through their chakras, and that it is not impossible for a deity to manipulate that connection. This is ultimately how omnipotence works. Yeah, I know. This jutsu is really fucking absurd. Why they added some shit like this to Naruto is beyond me. But, when we saw a fucking alien crashing down on Earth at the end of Shippuden, I guess we probably should have been prepared for some nonsense like this happening. Whatever. We're here now. As seemingly not everyone is affected by this jutsu, there's still some people who remember the original timeline of Boruto being the 7th Hokage's son and Kawaki being the outsider. The main people involved, which are Boruto, Kawaki, and Ada, are not affected by this jutsu. But the person who was also unaffected was Sarada, for currently unknown reasons. speculation arising, as people never like to leave anything alone and leave anything unexplained. Some current theories are popping up. On a side note, there seems to be a lot of arguing regarding whether or not Ada's charming ability is Shinjutsu or not, so let's just clear the air here. Ada's charming ability is not Shinjutsu, okay? It's an ability from Omnipotence, but it itself is not Shinjutsu. Remember, Omnipotence is an ability reserved for deity-like beings, as the Otsutsuki claim they are. So because Ada is a mere cyborg, she cannot control this ability. So because she can't control this ability, it works differently for her. And the way it works for her is that it responds to whatever strong, latent desire, almost like a subconscious genie, if that makes sense. Chapter 79 clarifies these things, as Momoshiki showcases a clear understanding regarding the origin of this charming ability, and also clarifies that the current situation of Kawaki and Boruto role swapping is based off Kawaki's latent desire. The weird thing is how Momoshiki explained the role swap of Boruto and Kawaki. He makes it sound like Omnipotence responded to Kawaki's desire on its own because he was in contact with Ada, which makes it seem like this ability may just respond to whatever is the strongest desire to whomever is to touch Ada, regardless if that desire happens to be Ada's or not. But a prerequisite seems to be that one must be in physical contact with her in order for the jutsu to activate. So, to kind of finalize things here, Momoshiki makes an interesting claim regarding the unknown reason as to why Sarada is not affected by Omnipotence by saying the ones who suffer the most by Omnipotence are those who are not affected by it, which clears the way for endless theories to what it could all mean. Overall, it really is interesting to see where the manga takes this ability moving forward. So hopefully this answers all the questions you guys had regarding this. If you enjoyed this explanation, you can show that appreciation by just liking the video. It helps quite a bit. Plus, there will be more videos breaking down the rest of the Shinjutsu abilities, so subscribe to stay up to date with all those when all those videos drop. Anyways, leave any comments, like I said, down below, and I'll get to them when I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.